my darlings, this is Rowan. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, I'm glad you decided to come back. And here we are with more home, and I'm just playing on through from where we were last. We were before. So we are back at this door. That's a little key we found in the sewers. Let us into. Can we go this way? Nope. Oh, the eyeballs. They are like everywhere. What the heck? The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. Well, let's, I guess we will check this out. Okay, let's go this way. I'm right-handed, let's go right. An old map encased in glass was hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and on the notes I found in the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? I don't know. Oh. Well, we're going to go check that other room first, and then we will come back around and check this out again and see what's going on. Because there was this other door. The old ticket booth that looked fairly ruined. Inside the ticket windows were sheets of paper, and wait, what were these? Train receipts? I thought the receipt I had picked up might match these, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. The tickets must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher-looking paper covered in tiny notes, scribbles, and diagrams. It looked like someone had been leafing through the old ledgers, looking for something. A name, perhaps? I don't know. But it's getting interesting. Oh, I love these kinds of games because, you know, I admit I suck at combat-y stuff for the most part, and I love adventure games anyways. So it's like, you know, what's going on? Where are we going? Okay, can't go no further that way. More of the eyeballs. Oh, train car. Excuse me. The old train was ripped open, and hanging from shreds of metal, as well as the broken fence, was a dark-stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train shell, I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. They could have been bullet marks. Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, and though I couldn't really make anything out, I realized I was touching the gun I had found as I thought. It was getting colder out there, and I had to keep moving. Oh, dang it. Tap the microphone stand. Sorry. One of these days I'll get this situated around properly and won't be smacking microphones anymore. Alright, so that was the train station. Oh, that has such a high-pitched screech. Okay, so, let's start doing the paths. Nothing that way. Oh, what's this? Jumping into the dirt and the grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take back my credit card? Yes, you did. I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. Through the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. Okay, so we'll go this way. What the? Controller vibrated. I don't know what it was. What's this? There were some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait, there was a note there too. Did I read it? Yes, you did. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after worn page of names and lists. None of this made much sense. The news page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Rachel! Her name was the last on the list, and it had a mark beside it in blue ink. The name Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. Who were all these names? I could only think about how much I needed to get home to make sure Rachel was okay. Rachel! Okay, couldn't go any further that way. We came out of that one. A few embers still burned within the fire pit. Who was camping here? Was it? Okay, who else was out there in those woods? I don't know. One of the two folding camping chairs was knocked over and there was beer spilled everywhere. Where did the campers run off to in such a hurry? The quiet of the forest was suffocating. I couldn't help but feel like I was being watched. There was a cheap two-person dome tent. Through the screen on the front, I could see two sleeping bags, backpacks, and a small cooler. As I peered into the tent and around the campsite, I kept thinking about the names in that book. Okay. Okay, so, first one it is. Oh, it's the outbuilding. Okay, the grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. There wasn't much in the way of clean water there, but the sink did work. Okay. A musty wooden plank propped up the stall. Okay, propped up the stall door. It really didn't seem useful. Didn't bother to take it. Yes, you did. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. The washroom stall was filthy and disgusting, and I wanted to get away as quickly as possible. Alright, so, we're going to be using a plank somewhere. And I guess we will go to here. What? No, wait a moment. Okay, the sign was the same as the first one I'd seen. I must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. Yay! We made it out of the woods. I'd finally found the exit once I left. I knew I never wanted to return there. I don't know what we're going to do with that plank, but we are going to do something with it. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of led me. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And where were the campers who had abandoned this site? Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? I don't know, buddy. We are going to find out. Ah, door. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Well, we're not going back the other way anyways, so... Oh, damn. Oh, one of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around, like someone had been looking for something. Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. Okay. Door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected in the corners. This box wasn't receiving power. It didn't look like the power was on yet. Okay, so we're going to turn the power on. Okay, door's locked tight. Seems to be connected to the power box beside it. Alright, so let's go upstairs and try to figure out how to get the power back on. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board was on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over the general store after the factory closed. He, Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setbacks. I don't think I could say the same about me. Okay, got another upwards. Our old break table, layers of dust and grime, only made seeing this sting more. Odd, it seemed like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. They weren't as dusty as the rest of it. Okay, well, let's go check the door. Oh, it's so screechy sounding. Okay, a power panel looked like it was just shut off. Did I push the switch? Yes, you did. Okay, working. Try it again. Yes. Alright, there we go. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. The woman's photo. I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happened. Power panel looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yes. Okay, panel's working. Okay, shut tight. It's a rusty looking card slot on the side. So, gotta find a card somewheres. Upwards we go! Okay. The door has been hastily boarded up. Oh. Okay, this was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I all had lunch together. Rachel seemed so much more at ease when we were all hung out. Okay, another panel. Hope get me the power back on. Push the switch. Yes, she did. Great, this one was working. Yay! Utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes, you did. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Being useful and productive there in this plant, that was all I ever wanted. When the factory closed, everything got worse. This locker was a complete mess. Hidden in the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes, you did. I slipped the key card into my pocket. From the musty smell, I assumed no one had used this locker for a long time. Okay, another panel. Can help me get power back on. Push the switch. Yes, you did. Okay, power still wasn't working. Try it again. Yes, you did. Okay. Yes. There we go. Another panel. Yes. Okay. Yes. Great. We are all working. Yay, I can hear the power. Okay, let's go unnail that door. La da da da. Okay, stuck with the hammer. Okay, I struck with the hammer the old wooden boards. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Dang it, should have took the hammer. This was my locker there in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I'd taken that picture home when the factory closed. This room was nothing but bad memories. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. I'm sure he sure had a lot of alcohol in this place. It reeked of the sour stench of leftover liquid. Alright. Okay, so we will head down and go to that keycard door. Which was that over here? I don't remember, because I'm a big dum-dum. Okay, the keycard I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the keycard? Yes, you did. Ah, beep. This has some really good sound effects. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like it could jump to the room below. I like her enough as it is, but I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? No, let's do taking to jump down the broken line before. Why would I do it now? There had to be another way. Well, we are going to, shit. Well, I guess we're going down. Yes. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Okay, there was a crumpled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter? Yes, you do. Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to. Just don't. Drinking, need, Norman. Who was Norman writing to? I don't know, and I don't think it was Norman. I think it was you. The room at the top of the plant, the one with all the bottles, was really getting to me. Maybe I was distracted. Who went up there and who used that room? As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly. My leg was a mess. Well, Oh. Yeah, let's just keep going, dude. Highway 60. Oh, I should have went through that other path. Okay. Too late now. Oh, this is new. Okay. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Yes, you did. I cleaned the card off as best I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this. I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. Is there anything else? Okay, did somebody steal this from me? I wondered why they would have stashed it there. Okay, well, let's keep moving. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. He was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of television. Okay, well, let's go check out and see if Norman's okay. Norman's probably dead. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think Norman's dead. That's a big old pile of dead. Okay, what the hell? One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on the rack? Okay, that was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was this doing here? Oh my god, did you find out your wife was having an affair? Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Do I place it back in the cabinet? Yes. I carefully pushed the piece back in place. It felt a great burden lifted. Okay, speck of something dark and wet stained one of the sleeves. Oh Lord, I bet he found out Rachel and Norman were having an affair, killed them, and had some kind of mental breakdown. Okay, the TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. I couldn't make out what was on the screen, but that glow just gave me the chills. Oh Lord. Oh no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered with blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserve better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Yes. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think any more on what was going on. I hope to hell Rachel had nothing to do with that mess. Oh, I think you did it. I really think you did it. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. I'd never been to Norman's place before. At least I didn't remember ever doing so. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through the mess, did I? Yes, you did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotten food and trash and pocketed it. You never know what you can need with a hairpin. I think we found that Norman and Rachel were having an affair and killed them. That's my belief. I'm probably wrong. These games tend to throw a doozy at you at the last second. Okay. Used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. You are a clever dude. The general store was small, but it was clean. I had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. I wondered if someone had robbed the place before killing Norman upstairs. I don't know. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. I could only think of poor Norman upstairs. Oh, Norman. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Of all the postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There were only 2 left. Okay. Norman was dead, but I had no idea why. Was he involved in all this somehow, or was he just another victim? The gun I'd found only seemed to complicate matters. It was such a relief to finally be rid of it. Home wasn't far off now. Even though the rain was relentless, I had to keep going. Okay, it was locked. It wasn't the right gate. Okay, locked tight. Not my house. And yay, we're home, I think. You know what? I need to go check that other spot because I'm still feeling bad about missing the. Okay, damn it! I should have checked all the way down, but I didn't know it was going to do that. Okay, neighborhood's local post box. The letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes, you did. There was no return address, but the envelope was addressed to Norman. Carefully, I tore it open and looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away, she's mine." That was it. No signature. No other information. Who wrote this? Damn it, Norman. What did you get yourself into? Okay. Sorry, guys, if it seems boring, but we were checking... Oh. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Oh, Lord. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. We're going inside, buddy. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it was. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. Oh, goodness. Door, stairwell. There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long I'd been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yes. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I need to see if Rachel was here. Okay, let's check the door first. The door to the basement was locked. Where I'd put the damn keys? I don't know. Probably upstairs with Rachel's dead body. Okay, we got a door. Another stairwell. Yeah, let's check this door first. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. An old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyways? Yes. Released the old photo in my wallet, feeling like I'd got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Rachel was pretty angry about that, I realized. Okay, off to the other door. So I'm guessing she was sleeping with Norman, you lost your mind, killed him. Against the old-fashioned key holder needs to handle. So I think he killed him and then dumped the bodies. The hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. Okay, well, let's go in this door. Bathroom. Our sink, which needed to be repaired. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. The old house was charming for sure, but it wasn't always easy. we were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old clawfoot bathtubs. Oh my god, I love those things so much. It seemed impractical at times, but it was part of what made that house a home. And the toilet of death. These old toilets with like the thing hanging over it. It's like, oh! I always think they're going to like fall on you. And we are at a good spot to go ahead and stop this recording. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, I'm playing this game straight through. So I guess I will see you at the next videos. If you're enjoying these videos, some thumbs ups would be nice. If you'd like to leave a message or a comment, go ahead and leave down in the comment section or pop over to the Facebook page and say hi. I am happy to reply to it all. And on that note, I will end this recording. So I will see you next time, guys. And I love you. Okay, bye-bye.